Well, hello and welcome back to another episode of DB Productions. There's 4.5 trucks sitting behind me. Take your pick as to what we might do today. No, I'm kidding. We're back on the silver truck, and I tried to move it yesterday. I couldn't even get it to start, so that's going to be the first little bit shenanigans here. But today we're going to continue with finishing up the cab swap stuff, get the cab mount bolts in and torqued all the way, and get the fenders reassembled all the rest of the way, and then whatever else we have time for. Mitchell's only here for another couple hours. See how far we get. So to begin with, shenanigans. Can we start the truck?
So this truck has been a problem to start since he's owned it. If you remember, the first video on this truck was him struggling to start it in Fenland Falls when he first bought it.
So that was as close to running as we're going to get at the moment, I think. I think that was mostly fuel issues.
But that was because of fuel.
Yeah.
More recently, we had trouble with the starter. So in one of the earlier videos, we replaced the starter with one off another engine that he has laying around here. And now that one has started dying on us. So this ought to be fun.
I realized
You never plugged the turbo.
Well, but I realized that I never plugged the heater core pipes. I thought I did.
I thought you did.
Maybe something took the towels out of it, who knows. But I'll put those hoses back on before anything does go in there. I don't see any evidence yet, and the coolant would kill insects, so I won't do it right this minute, but I'll remember to do that before I leave it. Okay, so I'm going to steal the battery from the red truck. See if we have, well, I can actually okay, let's not suck the rag in. I almost did that last time.
You want me to spray the starter into it?
No, I had big issues the last time I did it, because of course you're not supposed to use it on diesels, but I think it might have just been because it wasn't spinning fast enough before the stuff went in.
Oh.
I'll just try, because it needs to be able to start without it anyway. So if it won't start without it, I have to address that issue first. So I'll just try it and see if it'll do anything. We can put the intercooler pipe back on soon too.
It's probably not helping that there's a big gaping hole in your air system.
Well, that's what I mean. Put the intercooler pipe back on, but that's just strictly for turbo boost pressure. So it builds no boost right now, but whatever. You don't need boost. It's just a suggestion.
about what good battery terminals do. That's the way it's supposed to start.
I guess you don't need a starter now.
I'm probably still gonna put a starter on it. Because if I have to crank it for any length of time in the wintertime, that's how it goes. Alright. So we're gonna disconnect the trailer and we'll move this up into the shade so we can do the cap hole.
All right, we're underneath the truck now.
We're back. Back in the saddle again.
So that little white thing you see there,
I guess I don't need that.
that is the cab mount.
Well, yeah, this is the...
Well,
as the dirt goes in my face. This is the frame part, then the body, and there's a upper rubber cab with a metal plate, and then the frame, and then a lower rubber with a metal plate and the bolt. The wind is blowing directly into my face. I should have brought the ratchet over. Oh, come on now. I guess what we probably should have done too, or should do, is make sure that the cab is actually straight before we bother torquing these up. I'm gonna get the ratchet, that's ridiculous. Maybe I'll just do a quick little finger test and make sure we're at least straight to the ball.
Close enough. Not gonna be perfect, it's fine.
I don't think we would have got the bolts in very well if it hadn't been.
Well, I'm just looking at, we're like almost a quarter inch off of the wear mark now. There's nothing saying the wear mark is the same though for a different cab. That's all I was thinking. These are probably also supposed to be, where are the doors? Probably supposed to be Loctited if I had to guess, but yeah, they've got some kind of a sealant on them from before. I wonder if I should run a dye over them or not. Yeah, we'll just goop them up and send it. Okay. The Goop-O-Matic 3000.
You use that shit on everything.
Yeah. NTC is the best and worst thing.
We used a bunch of that on my brakes this morning, and I was just covered in it everywhere by the time we were done.
She'll have to learn the ways of the goop as to not get it everywhere. Smells like diesel.
Are you gonna say my camera was burning up?
I hope not. So we're gonna just do these to 80 foot-pounds seems to be the general consensus on the forums. I do have a manual somewhere, but I don't want to search for this right now. So we'll just do them to 80. Let's see what that looks like. Maybe. I guess they do have to compress the rubber before it'll start to get tight. But I don't like how that's continuing to go. Try 60. Okay. That's close. There's 70. Come on, you sucker. Maybe we can't get 80. It doesn't seem to... Oh, this angle is not good. Doesn't seem to want to stop turning. So maybe we can't get 80. Weird. Well, let's try another one and see if it's the same or if it behaves a little better. Question too if I should clean that little bit of thread locker out of them, but let's try this other one and see.
I forgot about this one.
No, I just got down here and then you were already set up for this one, so I'm like, okay.
That's because I forgot this one existed.
Oh, you forgot about it.
What's that?
Anti-seize.
Almost anti-seized your hair.
Yeah. Nice that the wind was blowing any other direction except this direction. Well, I guess for the minute it takes, let's try doing the threads on that one and see if it behaves better. So let's grab the set here. Should try running that. Get that thread locker right here. Deep it up and try again. Pretty clean otherwise. Only other thing I guess I could try is doing the cab as well, but it's pretty hard when you're going through a whole bunch of body mount before you get to the actual cab.
This should improve it a bit at least.
Yeah, I think so. Should be better anyways, it can't be worse. Well, at least I think they're 12175. Oh, hello. Definitely wouldn't be any smaller than that, so it must be right. Yeah, okay. We'll try this one just like that. And if it's not cooperating, we can always I guess I should get some more glue. You can always tap the box as well, or the cab as well. Get some more schmoo. Okay. Technically, I don't need to go up that far because the threads only go on the first inch at most.
Yeah, but you're protecting the whole bolt from rust.
Exactly. Exactly. Okay. Alright, let's try this one. This one I think is better already, just the way it behaved. I'm gonna need an extension for this one, I think. Let's try 50 to start. There's 50. There's 60. There's 70. This one definitely behaves better, so I think that's what we have to do on the rest of them is there we go. Yeah.
We got the 80 on that one.
Yeah, okay, so we'll just make sure we run the dye down the rest of them, and that should be better. Alright, onwards. To the front.
To the front.
Perfect. Cab is mounted.
It's done.
Done. Time to go home.
Just in the nick of time because my camera is about ready to die.
Okay, so we're just going to try and reassemble this as quickly as we can here. To not spend any more time on it than necessary. The computer needs to go back in. Alright, so I'm going to do the inner fender bracket or support bracket first. Okay, so I think that's this fender done for now. Minus we have no radio antenna, but that's a separate issue for another day. I think the chrome bumper's actually moved. No. Okay, so move over to the other side and carry on with the driver's fender. Alright, see if we can replicate that on this side just as quickly. Try and get this sucker done. And take the battery out of the way here because we have to do the battery tray ultimately, and we'll do the turbo intake charge pipe while we're here as well. And this side can get put back together, kind of finished. Get. Okay. So yeah, I think I'll take this back out for a minute. I don't know what that's doing here. Because I'd like to get the get the turbo charge pipe back in so that we can actually have boost. So I'll grab that pipe and we'll put it in there and then carry on with the fender. Alright, we have a turbo again. Moving on. We got a bunch of bolts to put back into the fender here at the front, which hopefully are all these ones here. Two of those bolts are for the steering shaft. Now I'm remembering. Two of the bolts are for the steering shaft, the shorter two. I'm not sure what the longer ones are for yet. Figure it out as we go. Probably about as good as it's going to get for now. It's like a 1/4 inch body gap there, and the other side has like an 1/8 inch, but that's just how it goes when you're trying to line stuff up. And that's a different cab to a different body and fenders and whatever. It just doesn't always work. Don't know what I did with all the trim plugs for the fender liner, but it's a separate issue, I guess. So I guess now we'll try and get the wiring harness mostly put back on the firewall where it goes and see how far we get here. Better already. I don't know what this vacuum module is over here, but we should probably figure that out, I guess, as to whether we're going to need it or not. The truck ran fine and the brakes worked fine without it, so I don't know what it's actually for. But we'll leave it for now, I guess. Goes in there. Pretty good so far. This eventually will get fed through the cowl to the wipers. Other than that, this side's looking a lot more clean and put back together. Work our way across the firewall here and maybe see if we can get the computer mounted, PCM mounted back where it goes. I'll have to figure out whether it's the what am I trying to say? If it's the PCM that's the problem for the alternator, or if it's the alternator itself. Figure out which it is and If it's just the alternator, I'll just take the alternator from the blue truck for temporary. And if it's the PCM, then I'll still just take the alternator from the blue truck. Oh. That's supposed to be a body ground, which I don't see the wire for even. Anyways, try and get this guy out of here. There we go. So, this one can go up in here. What is this and what is it doing here? Fuel line. Why do we have fuel line running over here? I'm going to take this white thing off of here. So, PCM, I'm gonna hide down in here. Do I have the wire twisting right? Probably not. Well, maybe it is. Oh, get off of there. Come, get. This panel doesn't even have the right holes in it. Wonderful. How that could be. Well, I guess it's just going to hang out there for now. As for whatever reason, it doesn't have the right holes in it. This plugs into the AC dryer. This is vacuum for inside. The cab. So, I guess we can also do this. The heater core reconnection while we're here, if we've got enough hose for it. One down, one to go. Finally get rid of all the nonsense from the biodiesel kit it had on it before. There's the other one.